A person who thinks they are right all the time. And how does everyone view that said person?
A person who believes they are right all time may be exhibiting traits often associated with arrogance, stubbornness, or a lack of open-mindedness. Here's how such a person might be perceived by others. 1. Arrogant asterisk. They may come off as overconfident or dismissive of others' opinions, creating an impression of superiority. 2. Closed-minded asterisk. People might view them as unwilling to consider new information or alternative perspectives, making collaboration difficult. 3. Difficult to work with asterisk. In team settings, they might be seen as challenging collaborators who are not receptive to feedback or compromise. 4. Unapproachable asterisk. Others may find this person intimidating or unapproachable, fearing that their ideas or suggestions will be instantly rejected. 5. Isolated asterisk. Over time, this trait could lead to social or professional isolation, as peers might choose to avoid interactions to circumvent conflict or frustration. 6. Lacking empathy asterisk. They might be perceived as not valuing others' feelings or inputs, which can affect relationships negatively. It's important to note that these perceptions can affect personal and professional relationships. For the individual, being open to feedback and demonstrating a willingness to learn and adapt can help in mitigating these negative perceptions. Active listening and showing appreciation for others' contributions can foster a more collaborative and supportive environment.
Come on. Indeed. I ain't gonna make my introduction with this video. But they know who they are and they know who they be. In fact, y'all see the title of the video. I'm gonna address who I call BIGCRYBABY. And yeah, it's clear to see that BIGCRYBABY isn't man enough to address motherfuckers directly. No. He can't address people directly. That's why when he goes at people, he has to address them subliminally. What, is he scared? What, is he ain't man enough to address people when he wants to talk to them? Because when Uncle JD goes at people, I will address them by name. But hey, since he's too cowardly and chicken shit to do that, okay, let's go ahead and let's go to work with this. And by the end of this video, I could give less of a fuck how he feels. Because everyone will know. Now, of course, I know that BIGCRYBABY is still mad over the fact that Kamala Harris is not the president. Donald Trump is elected president. And because of this, BIGCRYBABY is over there falling on the floor, kicking, screaming, and throwing a tantrum because of the fact that once again, his attempt of defeating the manosphere blew right up in his face. This is why for the past several weeks, he's been boo-hoo, whining, and crying about the manosphere. And yeah, he talks about black men and black women and their issues, but why does he always put emphasis towards the men while ignoring all the shit that the women do? But then he wonders why he has a fucking problem. This is why he cries about the man, not just the black manosphere, but the manosphere altogether. He's still mad because of the fact that the manosphere is still going strong and still rolling. Oh, I want to stop the manosphere needs to be stopped. In fact, his whole reasoning Big Crybaby's whole reason of stopping the manosphere is stupid as fuck. He believes that if we destroy the manosphere, then all these women on social media who hate men, they gonna stop when the manosphere stops. How fucking stupid is that way of thinking? And say for instance, the manosphere does stop. Will that make the women stop disrespecting men? Fuck no. As I stated before, that shit is wishful thinking. What did Andre 3000 say? You could plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather. But of course, nobody can tell Big Crybaby nothing because he thinks he knows everything. If, as a matter of fact, notice that everybody has to be dumb, stupid, and ignorant because Big Crybaby wants to be the smartest motherfucker on YouTube. Deep down in your heart, Big Crybaby always wants to be right. And he wonders why he's dealing with these issues. He wonders why the same people who show support for him 1 minute turns against him the next. More importantly, he wonders why everybody's listening to all the other cats on YouTube, such as BGS Idmore, Angry Man, O'Shea Duke Jackson. How come they listening to them and not Big Crybaby? Well, apparently Big Crybaby doesn't know why. Really? You don't know why? Oh, it can't be because Big Crybaby has the attentions on looking down on others so he can feel great. As I said before, everybody else got to be dumb in order for Big Crybaby to be smart. Oh, that's not the issue, huh? Big Crybaby always on YouTube on his high horse is not the issue, huh? But can Big Crybaby explain this? How come the thing he can never get what he wants? And when he doesn't get what he wants, he throws his temper tantrums. And no, being on YouTube, screaming, hooping, and hollering changes nothing. Even I tried to tell you, buddy. But no. JD, you don't know what you're talking about. If I don't know what I'm talking about, then how come I got lots of supporters who understands what I'm saying, but you're the only one that don't? This is why for the past 6 years, Big Crybaby been boo-hoo, whining, crying, bitching, and moaning about Red Pill, Manosphere, MGTOW, all these male spaces because of the fact that he wants them to go. The only problem with Big Crybaby is the fact that he doesn't have the balls to push for that change. This is why he relies on others to make the change for him. Then he wonders why he always ends up being disappointed. Six motherfucking years. He's been trying to get rid of the manosphere. 7 attempts to be precise. And with those 7 attempts, loss after loss after loss after loss. 7 consecutive losses. I mean, he's been at this since 2018. We are now 2024, about to go on to 2025, and he's still boo-hoo, whining, crying, bitching, and moaning about the manosphere. Maybe if Big Crybaby will put his fucking pride to the goddamn side and understand that it's time to rethink your strategy, come up with a different game plan, maybe things can go his way. But oh yeah, I forgot. You can't tell Big Crybaby nothing. Remember, he thinks he knows everything. He thinks he's smarter than your average. But he wonders why he's still in this same predicament. He's still complaining about the same shit over and over again. And before Big Crybaby tells anyone to go back to the drawing board, aren't you the same one who constantly goes back to your drawing board when things doesn't work out? More times than one? Huh? You see, as this stoic quote clearly states, Big Crybaby, you learn nothing from life if you think you're right all the time. And there's one thing I always learned about retarded fucks who always think they're right all the time. They have one weakness. But JD, what is that weakness? I'll tell you. The ones who think they're right all the time can't take it when someone tells them that they're wrong. Oh, you can't tell them that they're wrong because that shit kills them inside. And how many times was Big Crybaby constantly wrong about shit? Numerous times. In fact, he can't even handle being wrong about anything. This is why he's still crying and bitching, because he wants the subway shooter to be part of Red Pill and the Manosphere so bad, even though those claims has already been disproven. Nothing but motherfucking hearsay. And I ain't talking about disproven by news outlets. It was disproven by news outlets, law enforcement, and federal agents. Other than that, guess what? You think Red Pill and the Manosphere will still be going strong to this day? I doubt it. But despite the fact that it's been disproven, Big Crybaby still wants to bitch and complain about how much he wants the subway shooter part of the Manosphere and Red Pill and still not getting what the fuck he wants. And no, we ain't trying to hear shit about fascism. Because you, Big Crybaby, you believe the way to fight fascism is North Korean communism. Yeah, over here, we gonna keep it up front and real, and we are gonna call a ball and a strike. Big Crybaby wants to fight so-called Manosphere fascism with communism. But there's a problem. Nobody likes neither fascism nor communism. But he believes communism is the best solution. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, everybody needs to think alike. Everybody needs to have a Borg hive mindset. Isn't that communist think? It is, right? But then again, these are the same retarded fucks who wants anyone who's part of Red Pill and the Manosphere to be sent to re-educational camps. Okay, Kim Jong-un. Isn't that what he does to his people out in North Korea when they ain't following the rules of their country? Send them to re-educational camps? I think so. No, I know so. So nobody's trying to hear that fascism bullshit. And you could cry, bitch, and moan about just pearly things all you want. Out of the few, keep in mind, only few people in the manosphere accepted her, while the vast majority of the manosphere, my side included, rejected her, especially after she Me Too'd a man. And I'm still wondering, what does Nick Fuentes have anything to do with the manosphere at all? No one respects that racist fuck over there. Oh, that's right. According to Big Crybaby, the manosphere is one big group think. When in reality, the manosphere consists of several separate groups, all with their own philosophy and their way of thinking and way of life. But not Big Crybaby, though. He thinks the manosphere all thinks alike. And he wondered why both him and his anti-manosphere retarded fucks over there stay losing. And until they have a clear understanding to what the manosphere is, they're gonna stay losing. As a matter of fact, all those attempts, I could point out each and every part where these anti-manosphere crybabies goes wrong. Look at diverting hate. Not only did they added people into the manosphere that's not even part of Red Pill, Manosphere, or any of the male groups at all, but they left out people that should have been on their male supremacy list. That's bad enough, but then it came to find out that the ones behind diverting hate made up complete and utter bullshit. And y'all and these retarded fucks like Big Crybaby fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Oh, but how about the latest one? There's a reason why Big Crybaby wanted Kamala Harris to win the president, in which, if I haven't told y'all in the previous video, I'm going to tell it right here. For those of y'all who've been keeping track of what's going on in the UK has now came out with a law to arrest anyone who don't say the right things on social media. And they are trying hard to push that law into the US. The problem is UK don't control the US. So they need someone from the US to push their laws into the US. And who that person would have been? Kamala Harris. This is why, if you look at Big Crybaby's thumbnails, what does those thumbnails say? Yeah, those thumbnails have a picture of Kamala Harris with the words saying, "Defeat the manosphere." Oh, but how life works in mysterious ways. But in the end, Kamala Harris lost to Donald Trump. Thus giving these anti-manosphere crybabies their 7th consecutive L. Now Big Crybaby is all up on his channel, boo-hoo, whining and crying about how much he don't like the manosphere, don't like the red pill, don't like the MGTOWs, don't like any of these male spaces because, once again, he didn't get what he wanted. But that ain't the worst part. Every time they tried to stop the manosphere and failed, the manosphere keeps growing. Now it's to a point to where now you got the women And I ain't talking about the ones who call themselves infiltrating the manosphere, but now you got women actually studying and now starting to understand the manosphere. And yes, it's making Big Crybaby, lose his fucking mind. Not to mention, he don't want to accept the fact that most of us, myself included, that's in the manosphere, we're taking it back from the bad actors. It's time for the manosphere to shape up. That's how we thinking right now, because we're sick and tired of this retarded fuck-ass bullshit. But once again, you can't tell Big Crybaby nothing, because deep in his heart, he believes he's right all the time. And he wonders why he's dealing with the problems that he has right now. But here's the question. How come most of us, like myself and others, we don't have the same problems that Big Crybaby has? Okay then. Instead of going around with this retarded fuck ass superiority complex, thinking you're right all the time, how about getting to people's level, having a conversation, listen more than preaching, and maybe then people will take your ass seriously, Big Crybaby. Until then, you're still gonna deal with those same problems, and you're gonna still cry, bitch, and moan about the fact that things aren't going your way at all. And at this point, I'm tired of talking. I'm done, and I'm out this bitch. Later.